What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Tatted Collector, and you know what time it is. It's time to go game hunting. So you ready? Let's go.
Alright, so not a big score, but just picked up the manual for Splatterhouse on the PS3 at the pawn shop for $1. So I come into the pawn shop, Linden Bear, where I always stop, and Sean, my homeboy's in here, and he beat me to all these games. So we had Mario is Missing on the Super Nintendo, Tiny Toons Buster Bust Loose, Mortal Kombat 3, Lion King, Super Mario All-Stars, Sesame Street ABC 1, 2, 3, and WrestleMania. All of them $2 a piece. I hate you right now, man.
Bad, brother.
I hate you. 10 minutes too late. So all he left me with was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. They got it for $2. Might as well pick it up. Alright, so for Father's Day, all games are 15% off.
Build a Magic and Battleship.
Yeah,
Sorry for
Alright folks, so just left Linden Bear, picked up 2 games. They were having a 15% off sale today for Father's Day. Both of these games were already marked at $2 a piece. So it came out to $3 and some change. Let's see, $3.64. So I went ahead and picked up Battlefield 3. It is complete. And this is the flipper. I normally don't pick up sports games unless they still hold value. But I got NBA 2K17 on the PS3 for $2. It still sells for 13 to 15 bucks. So that's going on eBay. On to the next. Alright folks, just left Linden Bear, picked up 2 games for $3 each. Got Ace Combat Assault Horizon complete and Sorcery on the PS3 complete. On to the next. Alright, so just leaving that sale right there. No video games, but I did pick up Pocahontas and Mulan on Blu-ray, brand new factory sealed, for $5. That should be good little flippers on eBay. Alright folks, up on a multi-family yard sale. Let's see what we can find. Here you go.
Okay.
$5. Appreciate it. Alright, so just left that yard sale behind me. Picked up that Sony Trinitron CRT for $5. And tested it while it was sitting there on the floor. It works beautifully. On to the next. Please tell me there's the case for this. Please.
Ready?
So I know we got one at, I know where one is, but highly doubt he'll let me have it or even buy it from him. What we got there? Whole box full of Atari. More disc. Some Nintendo games. Dreamcast. Let's get to digging. Alright, so picking up Pitfall for the Genesis. Tomb Raider. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Spunky's Dangerous something, Shadow Man, Scooby-Doo Unmasked, Darkest Fairy, Nintendo Game Boy case, Doom on the 32X, Super Spike V-Ball, Adventures of Bayou Billy, WrestleMania, Baseball, MLB, Bases Loaded, Watermelon, N64, Watermelon Red N64 controller, Extreme Green controller, Power Pack, for 78 bucks. There you go, sir. Appreciate it.
Alright folks, so not the biggest haul this week, but that's okay. I still got some scores and we're going to go over some stuff. I do have a video game that I forgot to show in last week's episode. So I'll be going over that video game as well. We got 2 packages that I got in this week, so be sure to stay tuned through the recap. We're going to go over this very quickly. Alright, so in the beginning of the week, I picked up Street Fighter on Blu-ray at Lending Bear for $2. I'm going to start, if I can find any video game related Blu-rays and horror Blu-rays, I'm definitely going to pick them up, especially from Lending Bear because they're only $2. They got really good prices on their Blu-rays. Alright, the video game that I forgot to show last week was Breakdown on the original Xbox. And it is complete. I picked this up during their 50% off sale. It was marked at $2, so I got this for $1. Fantastic score there. Alright, then I guess ever since me and Sean started going to yard sales together, he's now turned into a game hunter. Because I walk into Lending Bear like I always do. I mean, you folks know I hit up Lending Bear all the time. And as soon as I walk through the door, I look at the glass case to my right, and I see Super Nintendo games and Nintendo games. And some dude just standing there with one of the workers. And I was really trying to just like kind of reach over his shoulder, grab the games, and head to the counter. But I tap him on the shoulder, and it turns out to be Sean. Really? Sean is beating me to Super Nintendo games and Nintendo games, which is a first that I've ever come across at Lending Bear, and he beats me to it. Nobody else in the store, nobody else at the pawn shop except for him. He beat me to it, so he caught me slipping. Good job, Sean. He got some really good scores. He picked up Super Mario All-Stars for $2. That was a great score. And Mortal Kombat 3 for $2 on the SNES. Anyway, all he left me with was Who Framed Roger Rabbit on the NES for $2. So I went ahead and picked that up. At Lending Bear, I got for $3 each Ace Combat Assault Horizon on the PS3 complete. And that goes for about, I think, 12 to 15 bucks. And for $3 as well, I picked up Sorcery on the PS3 complete. It was a game I did not have, and it only goes for about 4 or 5 bucks, so no major score there, but it was a game I did not have. Went back to Lending Bear later on in the week, and they were having a 15% off sale. All items in the store except for movies. So they were doing that for Father's Day. I went ahead and picked up Battlefield 3 on the PS3, complete. They had a $2 tag on it, so 15% off of that. And I never pick up sports titles unless they still hold value, and this game does. It still goes for 12 to 15 bucks, and they only had it marked at $2, and I got 15% off of that. And that is NBA 2K17 on the PS3, complete. So I picked both of these games up after 15% off for less than $4. So great score there. I'll be able to sell NBA 2K17, make my money back, and then some. All right, then on to the packages of the week. I won an eBay auction earlier in the week. I won it at $3. I bid $3, I won the auction, and I was able to score War Gods on the PS1 complete. So it was $3 plus shipping and handling, came out to like $6 and some change, but that's okay because this game still goes for $20 or more complete. So it was a fantastic pickup there. Then if you watched my Shit That Pisses Me Off episode 1, you hear me talk about a company called Special Run Games. I was saying it completely wrong the whole time, and I picked up on it later after I recorded the video. It's Special Reserve Games. You have limited run games and Special Reserve Games. Special Reserve Games package came in, and also in that video you hear me talk about picking up, or you hear me talk about a video game called Ruiner. Well, I picked up my copy, and it came in the mail this week. Happy to have that and add that to the collection, and it will stay sealed forever. Reason being is I paid, I think, $24.99 plus shipping and handling. It came out to like $30 and some change, or it might have been $33 and some change. I can't remember exactly, but that game is already selling for over $100 on eBay. There's only 2,000 copies made worldwide from Special Reserve Games. Limited Run also did a 1,000 copy label variant, so their edition had a completely different label. So there's only 3,000 copies of this game worldwide, and they're all selling for over $100. I mean, there's some on there selling for $80, some for $90, but the majority of them are selling for over $100. All right, on to the yard sales. First stop, no games, but I was able to manage to pick up 2 factory sealed Blu-rays, and I got Mulan and Pocahontas for $2.50 each, $5 for the bundle. These go for around 20 bucks each on eBay. So those are definitely going up on the bay for sale to help me recoup some of the cost of what I spent. And then I hit up the another yard sale where you see me pick up the Sony Trinitron TV for $5. It's already in the game room / aka my bedroom, and I'm not pulling that out. It's heavy. You all know what a Sony Trinitron CRT looks like. If not, it's a TV and it's heavy. So I picked that up for $5. And then at the top secret G14 classified honey hole that actually Sean found and told me about, me and him are going to have a heyday in this place. He gets new stuff in every week, and he gets in retro games all the time. He said he's got 5 Nintendo consoles coming next week, full of games as well. But I literally could have spent hours in there digging because he's got different rooms all in this building just full of stuff. So what I was able to get today, and I paid him everything that I had left in my pocket after yard selling all day, or going to yard sales, I had $78. And so I found one of the items. I asked him how much, and he said, hey, I know that goes for some good money, so just make me an offer. I'm like, why don't you throw a number at me first and we can work from there? He was like, just make me an offer. I said, all right, well, I'll give you everything in my pocket for this and that stack that I have inside, which was all these games. So we have Doom on the 32X, Tomb Raider on PS1 Greatest Hits complete. Got Scooby-Doo Unmasked on the GameCube complete. Neopets The Darkest Fairy on PS2 missing the manual. Shadow Man's Second Coming on PS2 complete. Pitfall on the Sega Genesis missing the manual. Probably the best score of the single loose disc was Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. This disc alone can fetch $50 or more on eBay. So that's exactly where it's going. It's going to help me recoup some of the costs. When and if I find this game again, in order for me to add it to my collection, I want to find it complete. Picked up Rocco's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day on the Super Nintendo. And then we got a stack of 6 Nintendo games right here. We've got Baseball, Major League Baseball, Bases Loaded. That's a fantastic game. Love that game. WrestleMania, Super Spike V-Ball, and The Adventures of Bayou Billy. Also got an original Nintendo Game Boy travel case. Got a controller I have never seen in the wild while hunting. The Extreme Green Nintendo 64 controller. Now the joystick, it's pretty beat up. So I'm going to have to replace that, and I'll mod it with the GameCube style joystick, and it'll be good as new. I did test it and it does work. It just has that really loose stick. And then the breadwinner for the entire week was the Watermelon Red N64 with expansion pack, and it works. I took it apart. The board is beautiful. It's super clean. It's just missing the expansion pack cover here, which I can easily replace with a replacement off of eBay. And it came with the Watermelon Red controller. The joystick is about an 8 out of 10. It's still pretty tight on it, and in really good condition. And then, of course, power pack and AV cables. Now, if you watched the Shit That Pisses Me Off episode 2, you hear me talk about going into a thrift store and talking about this Watermelon Red console, and first words out of his mouth were, well, on eBay. No, I don't want to know what it goes for on eBay. I already know what it goes for on eBay, but what will you sell it to me for today, cash money? So I came back, and it was the second time I had talked to him about this console. He knew I wanted it. And so I offered him everything in my pocket. I paid $78 for that little lot, and I felt like that was a pretty good deal. I wish I could have gotten it cheaper, 50 bucks, 40 bucks, but at 78 bucks, I'll still come out ahead. I will end up selling Dragon Ball Z and the 2 Blu-rays and end up coming out ahead of what I spent altogether all day. All right, folks, so that is it. That's all I've got for you this week. It wasn't a very long episode. Not a whole lot of scores, but next week is a brand new week. If you've enjoyed this content, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, by all means, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. While you're at it, hit the little bell icon next to it. When you do, you're going to receive notifications every single time I upload new content. It'll really also help out a lot if you like, comment, and share the video with all your friends to see. Folks, I had a great week. I hope you are too. I'm Tatted Collector, and have a good one.